Hi, let's talk about reactivation and deactivation of voters. Deactivation. This is the process of deactivating the registration of certain persons, removing their registration records from the corresponding present book of voters, and placing the same in the inactive file, properly marked, deactivated, and dated in indelible ink. Reactivation. Any voter whose registration has been deactivated may file with the election officer a sworn application for reactivation of his registration, in the form of an affidavit stating that the grounds for the deactivation no longer exist. The application for reactivation may be filed anytime, but not later than 120 days before a regular election and 90 days before a special election. The election officer shall submit said application to the Election Registration Board for appropriate action. If the application is approved, the election officer shall retrieve the registration record from the inactive file and include the same in the corresponding present book of voters. Grounds for deactivation. Number 1. Any person who has been sentenced by final judgment to suffer imprisonment for not less than 1 year, except if such disability is removed by plenary pardon or amnesty. The specific mode of reactivation of such would be his right to vote is automatically reacquired upon expiration of the 5 years after service of sentence, as certified by the Clerk of Courts of the Municipal Circuit, Metropolitan, Regional Trial Courts, and the Sandigan Bayan. Number 2. Any person who has been adjudged by final judgment by a competent court or tribunal of having committed any crime involving disloyalty to the duly constituted government, such as rebellion, sedition, violation of the anti-subversion and firearms law, or any crime against national security, except if full civil and political right is restored in accordance with law. His right to vote will automatically be reactivated upon expiration of 5 years after service of sentence. Third ground for deactivation. Any person declared by competent authority to be insane or incompetent, except if such disqualification has been subsequently removed by a declaration of a proper authority that such person is no longer insane or incompetent. Fourth ground. Any person who did not vote in the 2 successive preceding regular elections as shown by their voting records. Next ground, any person whose registration has been ordered excluded by the court, and lastly, any person who has lost his Filipino citizenship.